Hey guys, happy Friday. We're back again today, and today's another bad hair day, so you don't get to see me. But that just gives us more time to talk about making jewelry, so it's all good, okay? So, I wanted to show you my special project. I have several of them here that I'm preparing for our workshop. I don't know if you know about it, but we're having a video online workshop. Starts May 14th through 16th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday there's 2 sessions, Saturday there's 3, and Sunday there's 1. And then at the end of the class, because we have a Facebook room part of it too, so we can get on there and show our pictures and talk to each other that way too. At the end of the class in about a month, then there's one more video that's live. So you're getting basically, last time I counted up, it's around 15 hours video class time.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It is. It's a lot. And we're going to do all kinds of great stuff. And we're going to do mostly Mosaic and Apoxie Sculpt because they go hand in hand like this. So you've seen before when we did these together in videos, these nice, let's see if I put them here, these nice cuffs. We're going to do some cuffs in the class. You guys, if you get a kit, and you don't have to have a kit, you can gather your own supplies or not get one at all. It's up to you. But if you get the kit, you get these channel cuffs that are so cool that help you to stay in lines. And also you get a skinny one like this, and you also get a big wide panel cuff with, I think we've done something with that in the past with assemblage. Real big wide panel cuff you get with it. But so we're going to do the panel cuff in the class. We're going to do making freeform epoxy sculpt stuff. We're going to make earrings. We're going to make things like this. This is bodacious. I don't know another word. This is huge. But you know what? I just started this last night, and I finished it a few minutes ago. I see a few little things I want to alter, mostly in the size and length of the chain. I'll put it this way. You can see it's fairly long. And that's because I wanted this to hit, this bottom part here, I want it to hit in the right place and not stick out weird. So I made it really long. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to maybe separate it maybe like around here and put tiny lobsters so that you could make a big long extender with it or something. So you can have it shorter or longer. Because I love options when I make jewelry. And we'll talk about that in the class a little bit too. Another thing we're going to do in the class that's going to be really cool, and we have never done it before. People have asked me to do it for a long, long time, and I always said no. We're going to do something that's not jewelry. And the reason why is because I'm about jewelry. I'm a jewelry making lady. You know, all the supplies at boutiques.com are pretty much for making jewelry. And so I kind of got to stick to that because there's more there than I could ever show you anyway. There's over 8,000 things on that site, and they're really great. But I am going to do, probably Sunday afternoon, we're going to make your choice. Picture frame, trinket box, or something that's inspired by a sailor's valentine, which is mostly made of seashells. But you could do it other ways. I have a sample I'm working on, hoping to finish it this weekend, and I'll be showing you what I mean. So you could do a frame, you could do a box, or the ones who get kits, there's going to be a little heart form that's like 4x4, not real big, but it makes a small wall hanging. So it's not going to be jewelry. But that's going to be so much fun because we've never done anything like that before. It's not that I don't know how. I've made lots of things like that, but I'd never taught them before. So it's going to be really fun. Another thing we're going to do in this class that you're going to love is, do you see in this necklace these big beads here? Did you see these big beads? Right here. I made those. Those are not the purchased ones that you get from Indonesia. The lock beads. These I made. I have always looked at those beads and said, I want to do that. But I couldn't quite figure out how. And then when I first got Apoxie Sculpt, I said, this is the ticket, this is what to use. But I had to mess around with it a little bit to find out how you can make it work, because when you make a bead, you have to make it in a way so that it can either be flattened on the ends or that it can go on a wire and the wire doesn't stick to it inside, because Apoxie Sculpt sticks to everything. The only thing it doesn't stick to is like silicone, like this mat, or Teflon. Sometimes you get away with pushing a little coffee stirrer, like straw through it. So I'm like, that's not the look I wanted. So I found out finally how that I could do this, and it's set up beautiful and works, and it's just as nice as any of those. In fact, I think it's nicer. And I can teach you how to do it with your own special touch. And you can see I use a lot of ball chain with it. Ball chain is your friend. When you go look at those beads, how they're made, a lot of seed beads, a lot of bead spacers on them, and ball chain. And you can also push little rhinestones into them too. So, I mean, you just got no limit of things that you could do to make your own designer beads. Now, these are kind of on the big side. You know, I don't normally like to use beads this big, but because I was just teaching myself how, I had to work big. But now, I'm going to continue working this weekend, and I'm going to get smaller and smaller and see how I can make them work, and how that I can maybe string them across on a wire somehow so that they can dry and nothing touches them. Because the thing about Apoxie Sculpt, it can be a little soft, so if you lay it down on a surface, it'll be flat. And like we did a bead, I think, I can't remember if we did it in a video, I think we did. But anyway, when I put it down, I thought it was going to be fine, because I thought it was hard enough. No, it got flat on one side, it didn't look right. So you got to figure out a way to do that. Well, it didn't happen with this. It really didn't happen with us. We could get them rounder too. And one of the reasons is because we take these big bead spacers and put them in the ends. And that holds everything away from the Apoxie Sculpt. So you can prop it on something and then it won't interfere with that. We're going to learn how to do that. We're going to spend a big session on making your own beads. And that might be the most valuable thing you take away from this class, is how to do that, because there's like no limit to your creativity when you start making your own beads out of Apoxie Sculpt. And you really couldn't do that with polymer clay. You might say, well, I just do polymer. With polymer clay, it's kind of 50-50 whether it's going to stay in there always. When you push it down in, it looks like, oh, well, we're done. It's going to stay. It's going to be great. And then you bake it, you think it's fine. But sometimes they'll pop. I mean, easily pop. A lot of times what they'll say, they'll recommend is like, make your impressions, take them out, bake the bead, and then glue them back in. How much fun is that? It's just not really what I want to do. But if you push stuff down in Apoxie Sculpt, so long as you get a good bond, you get it down in there, it's staying. It is not coming out, and you're done. And you don't bake it. Apoxie Sculpt, you don't bake it. It's all air dry. It's fantastic stuff. You can sand it. You can paint it. You gotta put mica powders, do like texture and surface treatments like you do. Any polymer, just about any polymer clay surface treatment will work on this also. So if you're into that, you could do that. Just, you can put it on different forms. Like for example, this piece here started out looking like this. And this is a metal blank from our website, Necklace Crescent. You can find it in the necklace blanks. It's in the, we have a whole section, it's just blanks, like brooch blanks, pendant blanks, ring blanks, cuff blanks, you know, every kind of blank. Okay, this is in the necklace blanks. We have lots of them in stock. You could go right after this class and you could get the Apoxie Sculpt. You could get these check beads, which is what I used. You've seen these before. We use this so many times. They work for stones, guys. I mean, they're great as beads, but they work for stones. They just press down in here like the most beautiful stone. So we have that. I used blue Apoxie Sculpt for this necklace. I don't know if you saw that. It was blue. We have blue. It's just beautiful. And this is what I did to the back. I don't know if you can really see this, but, you know, it's like this in the back. Now, you could finish this off. You could use a little steel wool around the edges, or you could paint it, you know, or you could torch it to colorize and, you know, kind of make it look a little bit more finished. But I decided that I would cover this, and it has kind of a leathery feel to it. And I also texturized it a little bit. So it's all finished off inside, safe for you to wear. It's all good. I mean, it came out great. And I used these over my holes so I don't see a raw hole sticking out, because you know how I feel about that. I like to finish my holes off. So anyway, that's what I had to show you today, and that's what we'll be doing in the class. Now, here are a few other things I'll show you real quick before we depart today. Of course, there's this blank too that we have lots of them at the website. This is Rod Blast, but we also have them in a lot of plated finishes too. This is so cool because here's what you can do with it. You can cover it, and this little hole that's here, you can just make sure that it's free, that there's nothing in there, and then you can hang stuff and make a tassel from it, and it's so cool. I kind of put this together quicker than I would have liked. I would have liked to had some beads up the side here too. It looks a little unfinished to me, but anyway, that gives you the idea. I also did this piece, which I think we worked on. I love how this came out. Again, I used that blank, this one. Let's see, is it showing up? And just be careful that this is out, you know. Back. See, this is what it looks like with raw brass. So you have to keep it close to the edge. And this one, I was very fortunate. I was very neat on that. It's so easy to get stuff stuck to the back. And I did not. It's clean. This is a piece of Bead Super 1928. We have them in stock, and I have more coming in. We did a lot of videos on how to make these cool pendants. So you could just make that and put it on a chain, and that's great. And then I just did the wire wrapping up the side of this, and it really came out cool. Check beads I used. I really love this. I can't decide if I want to sell it or not. It came out so nice. But I used this blank. We have lots of them at the site. You can go right to the site. We have just replenished Apoxie Sculpt. We have red. We have blue. We have yellow. We have white, super white. And we have black if you want. So you can get that over there at the site. We have all of it. And also, I have this little binding. I haven't done anything with this yet, but I might do something this week. I think this is so cool. Long time ago, I made stuff out of tissue decoupage and the ice enamels and stuff like that, and then stamps and stuff on here, and I coated it with resin, and it was so cool. I had several necklaces I did that way. But I would like to do it with Apoxie Sculpt, so all the thing I have to do is I have to drill out right here, and actually you could ding it with your center punch, and you could get through it with your middle hole punches, the ones we carry, and there's also a video on this channel show you how to use them. And you can make your holes that way if you want. And then just start covering it. And you probably are going to want to finish the back of this too, because it kind of, to give it dimension, it kind of stands up. So you're probably going to want to put stuff in the back too, to just finish it nice. But at the top you might not have to. I can't wait to do something with this. And then here's some other blanks that I love. I love this one. This is like for a necklace pendant. We've done things like this. Just cover it. We also have some nice heart bezels that you can put the Apoxie Sculpt in the middle and then stamp them, you know, like we did last week. You could do that and make them look really cool, and then just do a little embellishment on them. I want to do some more of that too. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that in class. And then here's a little tiny one that I made for you a few weeks ago and covered it all up. Put a little bee and stuff in it. You know, it was really cute. So, I mean, we have this. I mean, this is just a smattering of the blanks and stuff we have at beadsuperboutiques.com. Everything you need to do these projects is there. Apoxie Sculpt, blanks, beads of every kind, or use yours. I'm sure you have tons of beads. Everybody has tons of beads. Everything you want. In fact, this too is a check button on a piece of Bead Super 1928. I just put that on the end there. I had thought I'd do a tassel, but I was running out of time. Next one I do, I'm doing a tassel. And then I wanted to show you this real quick before I take off for today. This, if you can look into it, this is Mosaic next. And I just made this. And it's on the website. You can buy it. I think it's $5.95 a package. And you get a fair amount of it. There is full of bits of cup chain. See? There's cup chain. All kinds of silver. And there's gold. There are twisted bugle beads or millefiori pieces. And here's one. There's these wire doohickeys that are all crazy and twirled. And I have these in it. I have crystal ball beads in here, and I have other different metal beads that are really exciting and good. Lots of seed beads. These bees are down in here. I use that in my big necklace. I mean, there's ball chain down in here. There are pieces like this to finish holes with. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. And you can come over and get a couple packages of them. You have plenty of all kinds. We got a lot here. We have a lot to sell. And they're also in the kits for the site, for the class. If you want to join the class, okay, you can email Jordan at beadsuperboutiques.com for information. You can contact me, Brenda Sue Lansdowne, at Facebook. Also, you can go straight to our website, and there's a section on the class and everything that we're going to be doing there, and you know how it works and all that. And there are 2 links, one that you could pay for the class and one you could pay for the kit. Okay, you can buy the class and not get the kit, and you're good. You don't have to worry about it. There is a Facebook group that's made especially for this event that you can come and be a part of, and it will tell you everything to expect. People ask questions there, all that. But this is so great. The online classes are the way to go now, guys, because you don't have to pay travel to get there. You don't have to pay for a hotel. You don't have to pay for food. You don't have to pay for a rental car. None of that. You just show up for the class. And here's the coolest thing about it. The classes themselves are going to be on YouTube in a secret URL. So you will go there and you can go back and watch them for years into perpetuity. Just like all my videos that I have on this channel. I have ones going back 11 years and you can still watch them. It'll be the same with this class. Once you buy the class, you own those videos and you can go back and watch them over and over and over again. Plus you'll have the class where you can ask questions, get to know people, make friends, just like all my Facebook groups. Is we have had a great family spirit in those groups. I'm very blessed with that, and so are the rest, because it's like a family. It really is. So come be a part of it. All right, guys, that's everything I have to say about it. Isn't this great? Oh boy, I just feel it going like this. Look at it, flying everywhere. Okay, I gotta go because I gotta make some more stuff. So thanks for showing up today. Bye.
Bye.